Cannabis books for budtenders with intermediate or advanced knowledge? Sure, I can recommend some books from the old library here, but one caveat is that I'm a researcher slash writer historian, so this might not be quite the things that you find the most helpful. So just let me know if there's anything specific you want to hear about, and if other people have favorite cannabis books they want to drop in the comments, I would love to hear them. Also, I'm going to end with my very, very favorite, delightful book from 150 years ago. I'm Lex Pelger. I do Canna education for CV Sciences, the makers of Plus CBD, and I love cannabis books. The first book I'll recommend is a good one to just have by your station. It is the Cannabis Health Index by Dr. Hugh Bleshing, and he covers about 100 different diseases in here and with the scientific data about them, as well as his take on things that might work as far as cannabinoids and alternative methods as well. So this is a really helpful thing to have by you. I know that you're not supposed to be giving medical advice, but when the doctors have often just given up even trying, you have to do what you can. Then, for the best overall history of the plant, as well as a good summary of the endocannabinoid system, Smoke Signals by Martin Lee. This, I can't even find my copy because I use it so much. It's around here somewhere. But it is a magnificently written book. He's just a great journalist who knows this history inside and out. He's also the force behind Project CBD, which is a website that is great to go to for information. So this is an excellent book for anyone who wants to deepen their knowledge of the entire human story with cannabis. Also, if you're into learning by documentaries, The Scientist by Zach Klein is free on YouTube, and it follows the life of Dr. Raphael Mechoulam, who unfortunately just passed, and he is known as the father of the endocannabinoid system, so you get to learn about the search for the endocannabinoid system as well as about the system itself. Then for a dive in the history archives, this might be a stretch for some people, but the Marijuana Medical Papers, 1839 to 1972, edited by Dr. Todd McUria. This is a collection of what doctors are saying about this plant for a long time, and you see it's the same themes coming up again and again. Dr. Todd McUria was the medical doctor force behind the California medical marijuana law that, changed the world. Then for those of you who want a deep science dive, Cannabinoids by Dr. Vincenzo DiMarzo. It is a textbook, but it is a well-written textbook by a leader in the field. In fact, DiMarzo is one of the leading scientists in the world, and he just happens to be in the cannabinoid field, and we're very lucky to have him. Lastly, my beloved drug classic, The Seven Sisters of Sleep by Mordecai Cubitt Cook. So he was this British guy who I don't think ever left the island, but he used his network around the British Empire just to learn about drugs. And the conceit of the book is the Seven Sisters of Sleep are the major 7 plant drugs that have been used in human history. And so the anecdotes he shares about cannabis and what you can learn about cannabis is fascinating and illuminating. So here's a little bit on our favorite plant.